Microquartz is a name of a family of products. While it is a product, it is a mother product. But from here, different types of versions of microquartz are triggered that give rise to different types of systems. Because altogether, it is a system, it is an application system. We will talk later about what it is, how it is applied, what it is, how an application system like this is executed, but let's stay now with the fact that microquartz is part of this application system where the primers, the product itself, and the varnishes are involved. And within the microquartz product itself, there are different versions that transform different types of textures for different environments or for the type of decoration you are looking for. I am going to detail them a little bit. We have first Microquartz Classic. This is a system where different types of microquartz versions involved, for example Microquartz Base and Microquartz Fine, and this system we call it Classic because it reminds us of the beginnings of microcement, where these overlapping layers of base with fine left us a very smooth, very uniform, with some watermarks of course, but a very regular and very smooth texture. This system is ideal so that you can apply it, for example, on walls, on kitchen walls, where you need to have an important degree of resistance to absorption, because you can skip some oil, for example, although the rest also give you this property. But here, as it has a finer texture, the pore is closed, and in this way it is, let's say, a plus more resistant to absorption so that stains are not generated. You can also use it on the walls of a shower, but also on floors, of course. This system is designed to be used for floors. It has the resistance required for a floor of a house, for example, and many types of floors have been made with Microquartz Classic. Then we also have Microquartz Hard Transit, which is a product that certainly has a slightly different texture. It does not leave us with so many waters. It does not leave us with such a disfigured texture, so to speak, in the design. And it is a slightly more uniform finish in terms of color and texture of waters, but it is also more resistant to abrasions because in its finish, in its top layer, so to speak, it has a small roughness or a small porosity that allows it to be more resistant to abrasions. Now we have launched the Microquartz Hard Transit XL version, and this product is made with a quartz grain that is a little more robust than the traditional version of Hard Transit, and allows us to increase this degree of roughness even more, so to speak. Although it is perfectly scrubbable, it cleans very well and allows us to have greater resistance to compression, greater resistance to the possibility of something falling or to the possibility of it resting on something, and greater resistance, of course, also to abrasions, to the possibility of dragging something. But we will talk about how we have to behave in this type of situation in the care section. On the other hand, we have Microquartz Nature, which is the only product that does not only contain quartz, but also other types of rocks, such as marble and clay. With this, we can really transform designs with a very noticeable change of texture on the surface, where we can certainly create an effect as if it were a polished concrete, both for EDs and floors. I'll put in parentheses that all microquartz products can be used on walls and floors, and we can create surfaces with cracks, with greater intention of water, with less intention of water, with different textures in the application where it is finer, rougher. Let's say that it is the product that gives us more creative possibilities of designs in terms of the type of texture on the wall. We can really create a wall with a very rustic look or a very smooth look. It has this particularity that you can, in a way, develop a texture with a very open, very broad creative look. Then we have Microquartz Hybrid, which is a transformation of the classic system, which I just talked about, but in this product it is not necessary to apply a coat of varnish at the end in some situations. Why? What does this mean? It means that if water touches it, it does not need the varnish to give it the property of unpredictability, always on walls. It is a product that is designed for surfaces where we are asked for a project where we want to have a very natural wall, a wall without protection of any type of polymer, where we are looking for this more than the part of quality of resistance. Although the product is water resistant, not having the varnish does not need it because the water touches it and does not alter the composition of the product. You do not see a water stain when it touches the water. But not having the varnish is more sensitive to stains that may occur, for example, in a shower when we use a soap and the soap residue can be embedded in the pore. However, it gives us the possibility to create really very natural, very exposed, very breathable walls. And finally, and so far, I say so far because maybe you are watching this video and we have added a new product, because the idea is to continue to innovate with microquartz. We have so far these products, and we also have a new system called Microquartz Terra. This product somehow tries to get out of the normality that can give us the finishes of the others that we have shown so far, although they are all different. Later, I will explain how you can get a box of real samples so you can see and touch each of them and you can find the differences I'm talking about. Well, Microquartz Terra is a product that is made up of the same formulation of microquartz, obviously altering the compositions of different types of quartz granulometries, but we also incorporate a particle of different types of colors, which we call mica, so that it can give us an effect as if it were a continuous terrazzo, with the advantage that you can use it with only 4 millimeters of thickness, approximately to cover furniture, countertops, floors, walls. It gives us a very wide possibility of design, very different also, very traditional between quotation marks, but very current at the same time, because it reminds us of a continuous terrazzo, and that especially for the type of thickness that has, can give us this advantage when applying and when having it. A continuous terrazzo is a product that has a fairly high thickness, approximately 1 centimeter, when here we can do it in just 4 millimeters, and it needs a very invasive polishing process on the product itself and with really powerful machines that allow us to polish the surface so that we can see the terrazzo uncovered, the stone of the aggregate uncovered. Here with 3 or 4 millimeters we can achieve basically the same effect, although we can still customize it even more with more incorporation of micas, with different types of elements that can be mixed. We are currently thinking in this product to be able to introduce wood chips, glass chips, other types of inerts that can give us other types of different decoration. And as I said, with 4 millimeters, you can get this that really gives you an important difference in your design. You can also mix any type of system. For example, make a bathroom or a house with a floor with one type of system, such as Microquartz Terra, and then highlight a column or a wall with another type of version, such as classic or nature, or the other way around. Let's say you can have a lot of possibilities with different types of colors as well.